Hey guys, welcome to my video where I'm going to be showing my crappy record collection. Please don't laugh because these records are kind of lame, but I figure everybody else is showing their records, so why not show mine? Okay, let's get started. First up, we got Bruce Springsteen 45 white label promo for Blinded by the Light. It's got the stereo and the mono versions on it. It's worth about $1 or $2, I guess. And then the next one, we got another white label promo by Bruce. It's his follow-up single, Spirit in the Night. Once again, mono and stereo. And this one is about, I don't know. Let's see, near mintish. Pretty good. Anyway, another $1 or $2. We got some Apple label 45s. This one is Thingamabob, John Foster Sons. With Yellow Submarine on the flip. Again, this one's pretty nice shape. Another $1 or $2 record. And then we got the the reissue of it from '72, and they reversed the A and the B sides, where they got Thingamabob on the B and Yellow Submarine on the A. And this one is another nice shape, another $1 or $2 record. I mean, 45s aren't worth much, right? Here's another 45 on Apple. This one is Road to Nowhere by a group called Trash. They only had 2 singles on Apple. This is the first of the 2, or this is the second. I think this is the first. Anyway, good shape. This is a stock 45 with Illusions as the B-side, but this is like a 72 reissue, so as such it might be worth about 50 cents. Last of the 45s, we got another stock 45, this one by Ringo Starr, called Drowning in the Sea of Love. It's from the album Ringo the Fourth. Nobody cared about that one, with Just a Dream as the flip. Condition on this one is pretty good, but nobody cares because it's Ringo, so it's like another 50-cent record. Got a couple of picture sleeves here too. This one is John Lennon from Mother with Yoko Y. It's in good shape, but because Yoko's on it, nobody wants it. It's like $1 maybe. And then here's another one, Can't Buy Me Love by the Beatles. Can't do that. Pretty good shape, but people were pissed off because they reused the same picture that they use on the I Want to Hold Your Hand picture sleeve. So nobody wants this sleeve. It's like $1 again. Alright, so that's the 45s, and that's the picture sleeves. Oh, I got some 8-tracks here. I don't know if you care about these, but see, we got John Lennon collection from 1982, still sealed. Big whoop. Maybe a quarter. John Lennon live in New York City. Another quarter 8-track, still sealed, but who cares? I think this was only a record club thing, I don't know. We got this George Harrison Cloud 9, another one still sealed, but nobody gives a damn about 8-tracks. This one's not even sealed. Here it's Bruce Springsteen Magic. Yeah, I remember growing up we used to listen to this one back in the 70s. It was beautiful. I mean, that's what we listened to in cars, was 8-tracks, and this was one of them. Anyways, alright, so that's the 45s. It's a picture sleeve, so we got some albums here. So let's start with Vitalogy by Pearl Jam. This is the 1994 issue. It's still sealed. Price on it was $10.99 back in '94. It's good shape, but it's been reissued on 180-gram vinyl, so that's the one everybody wants. So nobody cares about this one. So this is like maybe $10, I guess, if I'm lucky. Here's another Pearl Jam record. We're gonna put this. We'll put this here. This one is 10. Another sealed one. And whatever. This might be another $10 record if I'm lucky. You know what? I don't like this. I like this. I'll put this here. Sneak up on them this way, hopefully. We'll see how it works. Right, next one is a double album, Once Upon a Time, the John Lennon selections from the Lennon Anthology. It's a double album, like I said. It's opened, but it's in good shape. Take my word for it. Whatever. They didn't put out the Atlantic Anthology on vinyl, so the full box, they just did the highlights thing as a double album. This is another maybe $5 record. We'll put it there. So this is George Harrison's Wonderwall Music. This one is sealed. It's a 68 issue. It's in good shape. Really nice. But, you know, it's got Indian music on it, so nobody really cares. It's like maybe $5 for the sealed copy. And then, speaking of George, we got the 2001 or 2000 issue of All Things Must Pass. It was remastered with bonus tracks. And yeah, it was a box set. This is, I think, the UK version. I think maybe they're all UK. Anyways, it's still sealed. And because it's a triple album, it might be worth $8. So it's a nice record to have. I got 2 copies. I picked up a second one along the way. One of them is the US version, I think. So, nice. So that's $16 right there. Not too shabby. Alright, so in the Beatle vein, we got Paul McCartney, Memory Almost Full. This was an album that he did in 2007, I want to say. It's an open copy, but it's really nice shape. There wasn't any real hits on here, like Dance Tonight with the ukulele, I guess, was like the big hit. And people don't like ukuleles, so this is like maybe $3 or $4. And I do have a sealed copy of it as well, so that's what this one is. Got a sealed copy, Memory Almost Full. Big whoop. Alright, Wingspan. This was a 4-record set that came out in 2001, or 2000, sorry. It was like a best of, made in England. It's in pretty good shape. It's a little, dings on the corners. But because it's 4 records, this might get like $10. So that's a nice one to have. And I do have a sealed copy of that as well. So that's what that is. Tower Records, remember that? $49.99. Somebody threw away money on that. Anyway. Next up is Linda McCartney's only album, Wide Prairie. Came out after she died. Paul put it out. All these songs that she had worked on through the years. And yeah. But because it's Linda singing or whatever, and people don't like to hear her, this was like a $2 record, I think. $2. Yep. So moving on. We got Flaming Pie. Oh, hold on a second. This gotta go down like this. Part of my foot. So Flaming Pie, yeah, 1997. That's, speaking of Linda, that was the last album she was sang on. And because she sang on it, this is an open copy in near mint condition. But because she sang on it, this is like a $4 record. Open. And I do have a sealed one as well with the hype sticker. So there's $8 big bucks for me. Nice. Woohoo. Alright. Moving on, staying with McCartney for a little bit here, we got Driving Rain from 2001. This was the album. A lot of people don't like this album. I like it. A lot of people don't like Freedom. Well, they got that one right. That song sucks. And yeah. It's a double album. His longest album, actually. But because it's got Freedom on it, and because a lot of people don't like it, this is another $4 record. And I have a sealed copy of that too. I hope you don't mind my foot there. I'm just holding things up with it. Yeah, sealed copy of Driving Rain. Woohoo. So next up, we got a red record. This says Strawber. That's not the artist. This one says Rees, Ocean, Ships, Forest. I'll let you in on a little secret. This is Paul McCartney album, dance record, if you can imagine, from '93. It's I album he did on the artist's name called The Fireman, if you could see there. And it's kind of cool, but it's very repetitive, and because nobody knows it's McCartney, nobody even knows it exists. It's on colored vinyl, if I remember right. I think it's like clear and whatnot. Let's see, I'm going to pause this for a second. Yeah, so it's cleared vinyl. Kind of cool, but again, it's very repetitive. And because nobody knows it's McCartney, it's like a $5 record. Anyways, I can pause it again so I can put this away. Okay, moving on. We got another McCartney album from like 93-ish. This one is Paul is Live. It's a double album from his 93 tour. And doesn't have the whole show like Trippin' Alive did. But it's a gatefold, I think. So we can see inside the whole band and everything. It's kind of cool. Front cover is like one of his worst ever. They recycled Abbey Road. And try to make it look like the dog was dragging him along, but I've never seen like a more like sedate dog dragging somebody. So whoever thought that was a clever photo definitely should have got fired for that. Because of that picture, this, even though it's a double album, is like $3 or $4 if you can be so lucky to get that much. So next up we got Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. This is 2005. This was a pretty decent album from him. It came with like some art prints, I think, on the inside. Let's see if I could do this without pausing it. Yeah, there's like some pictures in there, whatever. Kind of cool. Anyways, I'm gonna have to pause it. And here's the gatefold with another like weird drawing of Paul. I guess he didn't like seeing photos of himself anymore, though he did include one on the back, but the one on the cover is like one of him when he was like 20. So, you know, whatever. Because people don't like those kind of pictures, this is like a $5 record. And because he's not playing with a lot of different style music, it's all kind of sedate. People don't like that. Whatever, who might it dictate? In here, we got another McCartney record under that Fireman name. This one is Rushes from 98. See, Rushes? They make it look like it's all distorted and ripped, but this actually is in very good shape. Was this one colored vinyl? I don't think it was. Let me see. No, this was a black vinyl thing, but it has like a lady, I don't know if I could show this. She's kind of like got no clothes on, but yeah, this is Rushes by McCartney under the name Fireman, and it's another dance record. This one is a lot more varied than the other Fireman album, and I actually enjoy listening to this one very much. And yeah, this is actually a $10 record, so that's pretty cool. Alright, moving on, we got another McCartney record. This one is Run Double Run from 1999. This was like another throwback to the olden days of, well, you can see the songs here. Blue Jean Bop, which is Gene Vincent. She Said Yeah, All Shook Up, Elvis. Run Double Run was an original. No Other Baby was the Vipers, I think. Lonesome Town, Ricky Nelson. You know, so it's all oldies. And, you know, people, and he actually has a stick, that's an actual sticker on the cover. People don't like oldies, so this was not a big seller, and people didn't really want it. People still don't want it. It's like $5. There's also a 7-inch box of all the songs from the album, which I also have. And it's just like the whole album, it's 45s. See. That's even less. This is like $2 or $3, even with the case, which I think is ridiculous, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so we're off the Beatles. Now we're on to Bruce Springsteen. So we have this one, which is The Ghost of Tom Joad. It's from 95. It's still in the shrink wrap. What can you say about this album? I guess he tried to do something different because he broke up the E Street Band. He did albums with other musicians. People didn't like that, so he said, hey, people seem to like Nebraska, so let's try to do something like that again. Not as good. A couple songs are good, but whatever. This is maybe a $7 record. So there you go. Goes to Tom Joad. Another Springsteen album. This one's a double. This was... Ooh, hold on a second. Thanks for being so patient. Anyways, this is 18 tracks. This, like the Lennon box, they didn't do the whole box as vinyl because it'd be way too many because it was 4 CDs. So what they did was they took the highlights disc and made it a double album. And this one's in the shrink wrap. Nice. This one actually is like maybe $12, you know, so I guess people do like Springsteen. So yeah, pretty good. All right, so the next thing we got by Bruce is a 10 album box set. It's called All Those Years. It came out in like 83, I want to say. It is a, hold on a second. All right, like I said, it's a 10 album box set. This one's in really, it's like brand new condition, so I'm like pretty happy to have this. Has the booklet, has a little card. You open it up, and there's all the records there. And it's numbered. See, limited edition 609. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, nice albums there. 10 albums. It's basically a collection of him live through the years from like 71 through 82. And again, it's like in perfect shape. Records look unplayed. This might be like $20-25. Now, after they put that out, whoever put it out, some guy in Italy, from what I understand, it did so well that they did like a colored vinyl. No, not a colored vinyl. Hold on a second. Alright, this one is a picture disc version of the thing. And it's the whole thing, all 10 records, plus a bonus 7-inch one-sided red vinyl, which is kind of cool. A song called Wild Kisses. Hold on, I'll show it to you. Yeah, so here's the red vinyl 45. Really nice. Again, looks unplayed. Beautiful condition. So that's this. And it comes with a little card. And the same book is in the black vinyl one. That's what every record looks like. It's a picture disc of the front cover. But this one was a much more limited edition. I think they only made 50 of these. And this one is numbered 30 out of 50. So that's kind of cool. And because it's so rare, it's worth like maybe $23, I think. So I'm going to pause this while I put all this away. Alright, before I put it away, I just wanted to show you what these records look like. So that's the front cover. I mean, the front of every record has that same picture. While the back is red vinyl, and it just has like the song titles for whatever side it is. But the booklet, which I haven't shown yet, and I will, give me a second. The booklet has like full track annotation and photos and all sorts of nice stuff. With like some lyrics and whatnot. It's kind of cool. Again, like $23 for this thing.